Dear students, today I am going to teach you electric flux and Gauss law. Electric flux. What is electric flux? Electric flux means number of field lines which is passes through unit area along their normal is called electric flux. I repeat, number of electric field lines which is passes through unit area along their normal is called electric flux. Suppose it is a surface, it is a plane surface, and normal of this surface is this. This is the normal. Just like this. Suppose this is the surface and normal along acting like this. This is the normal. Normal is the perpendicular to the surface, and this surface is represented in this direction, in this type. Okay, and this is the normal. Number of field lines which is passes through. These are the electric field lines. And which is passes through unit area. Suppose it is a unit area through the surface. The number of field lines which is passes through this is called electric flux. The in normal represented by n cap. Or in another way, we can say electric flux is a dot product of electric field and area vector. Here area is a scalar quantity, but we have to convert in vector term due to this n cap unit vector is equals to area vector upon modulus of A. So area vector is equals to mod of A dot n cap, or in another way area vector equals to A dot n cap. Now this scalar area is converted into vector quantity, and the direction of this area vector is along their normal. So we can say electric flux is a dot product of electric field is a vector quantity and area vector, and flux is a scalar quantity. Here we can say we have to take small segment of area dA, electric field is E, then flux is d phi. So it is equals to E dot dA cos theta. Here theta is the angle between electric field and area vector. And in another way, suppose this is a surface, and suppose electric field are moving in this direction like this. So the direction of electric field is this, and normal direction of normal is this. This is the normal. That's why here electric field is from the angle with the area vector is theta. Phi is the flux. Here theta. This is the area vector, dA vector, and it is electric field E. So dA cos theta, this component is dA cos theta, dA cos theta. Now we can say electric flux is the number of field lines which is passes through unit area along their normal is called electric flux. Okay. So finally, we have to take flux by whole surface can be written as d phi integration of E dot dA. Okay, this can be written as E, if electric field is constant, then it is dA equals to phi. So phi equals to E dot dA. Unit of electric field is, unit of flux is, unit of electric field Newton per Coulomb, and unit of area is meter square, so unit of Newton meter square Coulomb inverse, or in another way, unit of electric field is also volt per meter into meter square, so it is the unit of volt meter. Now we can say that here are two units of electric flux. One is the Newton meter square per Coulomb and another is the volt into meter. Flux is a scalar quantity. Now we have to discuss special cases of electric flux. In this case, if theta is 0, in this case theta is 0 degree, so cos 0 equals to 1, that's why flux is maximum by this surface. It is maximum flux. And if theta is equals to 90 degree, like this, suppose surface is like this, electric field lines are moving in this direction and normal acting in this direction. Okay, this angle from between theta 90 degree, so flux equals to 0. And if case number 1, case number 2 and case number 3, if theta equals to 180 degree, means this is the surface, normal of this surface is acting in this direction, and electric field lines are passing by in this direction. In this case theta is 180 degree, therefore cos 180 degree equals to -1, so in this case flux is negative. So here the flux are basically two types, one is positive and another is negative. Positive flux is known as output flux, and negative flux is called input flux. So remember it, output flux is always positive, and input flux is always negative. Okay, now we have to take flux through a closed surface. Suppose this is a closed surface and electric field lines are passes through this surface, and the area is A vector is this dA vector small segment, and we have formed like this. This is a solid angle theta, and electric field lines are originating in this direction E. This is theta angle, so this component is dA cos theta. For this case, electric flux can be represented by this formula, and we have to take integration for closed surface. Here is, we have to take sign integration, and this, it is for closed surface. Okay, so this, and the total flux is this. We have to use like this line of sign, this is the sign of integration, and we have to here form a circle which is represent the this is for closed surface. Okay, this is the electric flux. And what is the use of electric flux? We discuss in Gauss law. So first of all we have to discuss here Gauss law. Okay, Gauss law. Gaussian law. What is Gauss law? Gauss law states that number of field lines which is passes through a closed surface, it is applicable only for closed surface. The number of field lines which is passes through a closed surface is equals to the summation of total charge enclosed by the surface and permittivity of free space or vacuum. I repeat, according to Gauss law, net emitting flux or output flux is equals to the ratio of total charge enclosed by the surface and permittivity of free space or vacuum or medium. Here we have we use here permittivity of free space. Okay. For example, suppose it is a closed surface, and in this case here is charge Q1, positive Q1, minus Q2, minus Q3, plus Q4, plus Q5. Then total charge enclosed by the surface is sigma Q is equals to Q1 minus Q2 minus Q3 plus Q4 plus Q5. The net emitting flux is given by this formula. Flux is depend only on the summation of charge. If the net sum of charge is 0, suppose if delta Q is 0, then flux is always 0. It is for emitting, listen carefully, it is for emitting flux or in output flux. That's why it is a positive flux. And suppose this is for negative, the summation of charge is negative. In this case, if sigma Q is positive, then flux is positive or output flux. If sigma Q is equals to 0, then flux is 0. Flux is 0. If sigma Q is negative, then flux is negative or input flux. Okay, this is the statement of Gauss law. And now we have to prove how we get this type of formula. By using proof of Gauss law, we use here this format. Okay. And now we have to discuss proof of Gauss law. Proof of Gauss law. Suppose here is a point charge Q, and we have to consider it is a center, and we draw a closed sphere. And electric field lines, this is a small portion, it is just like a cone. Then electric field lines are passes through perpendicular to the surface, and area vector is also acting in this direction. It is just like this. Suppose this is a closed surface like this, and electric field lines is this in this direction, and is normal is also acting in this direction. dA vector. So according to electric flux, net flux phi is equals to E dot dA. E dot dA. Here we can write E dA cos theta. In this case, theta is equals to 0 degree. That's why phi is equals to E constant. Electric field is constant because electric field is depend on magnitude of charge and distance. So distance, it is a sphere. This is the sphere and this is the center point. So R is constant and Q is also constant. So electric field is constant. Now we have to release outside from the integration. So it is equals to dA cos theta, and here theta is equals to 0 degree. So phi is equals to E integration of dA, and the whole integration for this closed surface is equals to E into 4 pi r square. Integration of dA is equals to 4 pi r square. Okay. So phi equals to, formula of electric field is K Q upon r square and into 4 pi r square. R square to r square cancel. So formula equals to 4 pi small k into Q, and we put here value of small k equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into q. So 4 pi to 4 pi cancel, then we get q upon L epsilon naught. It means this charge is enclosed by this surface. So enclosed charge is q. So here is q. And enclosed charge is sigma q. Then we can write here sigma q. It is a proof of it is equals to flux. It is emitting flux. Then phi equals to sigma q upon L epsilon naught. That's why we can say net emitting flux phi is equals to E dot dA integration for closed surface is equals to summation of q upon L epsilon naught. It is a proof of Gauss law. In next class, we have to discuss application of Gauss law. For this class, for today's class, this is over. Thank you very much.